Not special, nothing. This one's gonna be an Andy Bogard playthrough. Last one was Terry. And I'm gonna try and pinpoint as I play this what it is that's different about these sprites. I'm starting to think maybe it's coloring. I think maybe they did some coloring tweaks. So they seem to be the same sprites as in part 2 and 3, but they definitely are different. So it's like, what is it that they did? Did they just... Because it seems like way too much labor to redraw them to make them look almost exactly the same, right? I mean, I guess they've done that for King of Fighters, but I feel like there's something else going on here. Okay, we're just going to go through this intro, just because it's a cool intro to go through, and then right into gameplay. Fatal Fury. Game starts. Let me go through the awesome, great / ugly color. Let's see what Mai has for her other color. Oh, won't let me to pick her other color. I just want to see the intro between them because, you know, they're a couple. Not sure if they ever got married in canon or not. Seems ridiculous that they wouldn't have. Ah, yeah, she just blows him a kiss. That's cute. You're my Shiruni. So Mai Shiruni is a character in this game, and she's one of the two like really popular SNK females, kind of their Chun-Li. And the character I'm playing is Andy Bogard. And one of the things about Andy Bogard is him and Mai are a couple. Her other thing is that she has big boobs. So, one of her famous sayings is me bouncy or something. It's very ridiculous. But otherwise, she's a ninja. Maybe it's the way they feel against the background. The shadows in this seem really good too compared to some of the other games. Huh. You pay attention to that one too. Franco Bash. Franco's a really good sprite. Franco Bash. Yeah, maybe there's a flatterness to this game when it comes to art style or lighting. And I actually started playing Real Bout 1 and 2 just a little bit, just because I felt like they were way different from this, but now I'm starting to think maybe not. Let's see if I can get a super off the bat. I did, just no damage. So that move, this, if you do it against that back there, it can bring you out. If the back range changes. Oh, I didn't even need to do that. That was a good read, but I thought that would give me enough to kill him. It's funny I did the breathing at the same time. Mr. Geese, that's the current champion. Let's call him Geese Howard. It must be, you know, his Geese and Tricks. It'd be really funny if that's the name. I should look that up. That's why they call him Geese. Yeah, we saw a goose today that had a hurt leg, but it had other geese around it. It was eating. We called the Audubon Society. So there seemed to be enough info to say that it's probably gonna at least have a chance and should be given a chance as opposed to taken in. So we can hope. Hopefully that goose has at least a little bit of a good life. I suppose I should try and get a foreground hit in this, if I can. Probably not against one, two. Oh, maybe against one, two. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Okay, let's see if I can knock him into the foreground now. There we go. There we go. Got a good foreground hit during this gameplay. Gotta love that color. Really don't, but it's just funny to put that color even in here. Oh. There we go. Of me. Dumb of me. Yay. This is fun to see them in the train. My son would love that. He loves trains. Does anything different for the second ring out? Nope, same thing. Some loading bug there of the sound breaks, like it's when it's loading up his sigh. And so much of that city stuff and just like this guy as a punk is so inspired by the movie The Warriors. When you start studying some stuff about like old beat-em-ups and stuff, you find out like so much of it is influenced by the old Warriors movie. Warriors, come out and play! So weird that his theme is ducks. He had jorts. Look at that. He was ahead of the curve there. Why that keeps doing that? Oh, that's a way to escape. Okay. Ooh, ouch. One change that's between part 1 of Real Bout and the other two is I think both of the other two only have 2 lines instead of 3. Because this has a line down, if you see it. Actually pans the screen down a little bit. I thought it scaled, but I guess it does do scaling, mainly for like the ring out thing. Or, it's not ring out, but when it does the throwing you into the foreground thing. Jin-chan. I wish they had Battle Archives 1 for the PS4. Woo! I could try a foreground hit. Oh wait, was that the second? Yeah, it was. Why is her name Blue Dash Mary? I don't think I ever noticed that. I always thought it was just Blue Mary. Not that Blue isn't a weird enough name on its own, but why the dash? Maybe it's like Cop Mary? Ooh, that was cool. Let's see if I can get this. Uh-oh. Got the win. That's what matters. Cave East R. I wonder if that's a reference to the Cave Debugger. I doubt it, but you just never know. Bam! I need to try and attempt to do some of the alpha countery stuff on a more instinctive basis, just every time I have an opportunity to attempt it. Some of it's just like forward and A while you're in the middle of blocking. Oh, okay, it's not always Bob Wilson at this last stage, okay. I was kind of thinking that slightly. That jowl I'm getting, something like that.
Round one, fight.
I was looking for a trade hit there too, that's funny. Ooh, don't want to get drawn out with Superman logo on the stream. I have no idea what these stream rules are. Whew. It was a little dangerous. Yeah. So that big combo that I do with him is just hard hit, hard hit, hard hit, forward, hard hit. It's not much at all. You just have to be really close for it. It's a really good follow-up after a knockdown, basically. So like that. Billy Kane's kind of tough for me. I'm sure he's a top tier character in this one. Fighting level AAA, okay. If you saw my last stream, this was in Japanese, so now it's in English. We can read the very few lines. Yeah, no ring outs on this, except for essentially the end of the ring out in the way because of him falling off the building. Spoiler. Surprised at Geese Howard falling off the building. Do I have some news for you? This is supposed to be the last time, though. This is the canonical death of Geese Howard. Chip damage is garbage in this, huh? Now, I'm not sure who I want to play as next, so if anybody sees this and wants a certain gameplay of a specific character, I will practice with them and put up a video. Otherwise, I don't know, it might be my Shiruni, just because it'd probably be the most potential somebody actually watching. Oh. Oh, wow, that was on point. Well, did what I could. Come on. Come on. So, there you go, you got to see his finisher. That was Geese's finisher there, that rising bars. And it's a weird motion too, it's like down forward, half circle forward, down back, and like two punches. It's some of those motions of SNK stuff is just jank. Or just makes characters seem really weird to play. Like, I feel like Andy Bogard's kind of like that. He's got some just funky stuff. Like his elbows down, back, forward, and then to do the second hit, it's the same down, back, then forward and punch. It's just very unnaturalistic compared to his other moves and stuff. You know, I guess the good part is SNK was experimenting, but they stayed with those experiments sometimes way too long. You know, maybe the new King of Fighters probably still has some of those same motions they should have gotten rid of years ago. On the other hand, I do like the idea of doing quarter circle forwards, half circle backs, and vice versa, as opposed to 2 quarter circle forwards. It's not that's the hardest thing to do is 2 quarter circle forwards, but it feels better to me because it's just a fluid motion as opposed to trying to get somewhere around neutral. I'm not great at timings or supers, so some of that's on me because it does seem like other people are way better at it. So here's the thing about Japanese games at the time. You'll see that thing like BJ Love. That's probably a joke of Blowjob Love, like literally. Developers, or I'd say Japanese developer companies, would a lot of times make people work under pseudonyms. And I think even game to games, the pseudonyms would have to change sometimes, so they'd be hard to track down when it came to headhunters and stuff. Because you'd be like, oh, I worked on this game, but then it's like, how do you prove it? Because your name's like BJ Love. You know, at that point, it's like, really, why have credits? I'm sure some of it just had to do with trying to prevent laws from happening. I wouldn't be surprised if laws did happen over that, because now I don't think that's the case. Development seems, of course, a lot different. That, you know, it's a lot more Western-centered world now for development. All right, well, I should keep it around 30 minutes. That's a good time. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that if you haven't had the chance to play Real Bout Fatal Fury. Bye. Oh, we'll wait till the very end of this entrance, or intro.
Fatal Fury.
Peace. Broadcast.